We are asked to graph a function that has several properties. First, our function is supposed to have a domain from -3 to -1, leaving out -1, and then from -1 to 1. So my domain is going to be all the real numbers between -3 and +1, leaving out -1. The range is all the y values between -3 and 2, with nothing being left out between -3 and 2. I'll have x-intercepts at -2 and 1 when I'm done. And then finally, the function is supposed to increase until it has a maximum at 0, 2, and then decrease after that. So while these things are stated first, I'm actually going to start by looking at these two things, these last two requirements, because they help me plot some points. I know I'm supposed to have x-intercepts at -2 and +1. So I'm going to go on and plot those. I also know I'm supposed to have a relative maximum at the point 0, 2, so that point's going to have to be on my graph. After I have those points plotted, I can kind of look at the other requirements and figure out what's going on. I know my range is supposed to include all the values from -3 to 2. My relative maximum's right here. If I look at this last requirement, I'm supposed to increase until that moment and then decrease after that. So this side's pretty well spoken for, right? My function is going to decrease until it gets to that x-intercept. On this side, I need to increase until that point, but I also need to make sure that I get all the y values between -3 and +2. So I'm just going to go on and let my function start all the way down here, and that way I have a point in the range at -3. I'll hit my x-intercept there on the way up, and I'll go on and connect it to my maximum. I'm increasing and I'm decreasing, and I've almost got this. I'm not quite done yet, because right now my domain includes all of the things between -3 and +1, but I'm supposed to leave out what happens at -1. So I'm going to come up here to my graph. I'm just going to poke a hole in the function. And now I have all of the properties I'm supposed to. My function increases from 0 to 2. I've left out a point at -1. The range is from -3 to +2. I have x-intercepts at -2 and +1, and I have that relative maximum at 0, 2. This is not the only function that you could draw that satisfies these requirements, but it is an example of one.